Trent's working away until next month. I'm on my own and I'm struggling. Is it any wonder when he doesn't have a steady job? You'd think he could at least go out of his way to be around to help out with things when his daughter was just born. He went away to work just like he promised he would, for crying out loud. There is nothing he could do for you to be satisfied with him, is there? Give him a break. Sheesh. He said he's going to save up so he can buy me something fancy for working so hard giving birth to Mary. Is that so? Well, that reminds me. You two still didn't get married, did you? Nope. Why? What do you mean, why? What happened to all that stuff you were saying about tying the knot and making a serious go of it when you told me you were pregnant? Did you change your mind? Why would you care? You hated the idea of us getting married back then. Did I change my mind? Right back at ya. Sure, I wasn't exactly enthusiastic about it, but I figure if you're committed to trying your hardest to make it work, then you may as well do it properly and go all the way. There are all sorts of financial benefits to getting married, and if you're going to be running a household together from here on out, it just seems like the sensible thing to do. Listen, Mom, here's the thing. Me and Trent actually talked this through. Think about it. Don't you see how raising the girls as a single mom is more convenient than getting married? Wait, do you mean by getting government handouts meant for single mothers? Bingo! Besides, if I got remarried, the child support payments from my ex-husband would take a huge cut. Or would he have to stop paying completely? In any case, the bottom line is I'd be screwed. We're not getting married, and that's final. I have to go it alone. It's the only way. Anyway, haven't you heard? We live in a feminist world now. I'm a strong, independent woman and I don't need no man. Well, I do, but the government doesn't need to know that. Kelly, please, surely you know this is wrong. If you get found out, you won't just lose the money, you could go to jail. Good thing I won't get found out then, huh? Oh my God, Kelly, I never raised you to act like this. That money is for people who are actually struggling to make ends meet. If Trent's going to be out working and sending money back for you all to live on, how on earth can you be on single mother benefits? This is plain wrong. Whoa, get a load of Saint Mom over here. I always hated how self-righteous you are. Everyone knows all single moms do this. It's practically an open secret at this point. How about you just get off my back for once? I don't need you whining at me about every little thing. You'll never get away with this, Kelly. It won't work. I suggest you start thinking your life decisions through more carefully. Do you seriously think the government will let you get away with stealing money from hardworking taxpayers? They have ways of checking people's finances, you know. Sheesh, just button it, would ya? Me and Trent don't even live together. Yeah, that's right. When you think about it, I am actually, technically speaking, a single mom. As far as the government's concerned, he still lives with his mom and dad. Plus, he's away on his own for work right now. I'll be telling your dad about this. What? No, you can't. He'll be an even bigger pain in the ass than you are. The only reason I told you is because I thought I could trust you, but it looks like I was dead wrong. Would you really betray your own daughter? I wish I never told you. You're nothing but a miserable, petty old hag. I want you to promise me you won't apply for any government assistance you're not entitled to. It's wrong, and I refuse to look the other way. Me and your father won't be around to help you anymore if you go through with this. Fine, whatever. You win, I promise. Happy now? Will you and Trent get married when he comes home? I want you to raise your daughters as a proper family. Wow, this is like so rich, Mom. You couldn't stomach the idea when I first told you. Are you schizophrenic? How am I supposed to know where I stand with you when you change your opinions like you change your underwear? The situation is completely different now. If Trent's finally working a stable job and the two of you are committed to living together and bringing up those little girls as a team, then of course I'm going to see things differently. Jeez, Mom, I just gave birth. Would you mind not nagging at me like a frickin' broken record for once in your goddamn life? I'm sick of your incessant whining. I'm worn out from spending every frickin' waking hour with Mary, and the last thing I need is you picking fault with everything I do. I am so not in the mood for this. If all you're gonna do is preach at me, then I'd rather you didn't bother coming tomorrow. I'm coming. There's no way you're capable of keeping on top of taking care of the girls and doing all the housework at the same time in your current state. Oh, no, you don't, Mom. You don't get to make that decision without my say-so. This conversation is over. And you don't get to decide to cancel on me when I'm already on my way to the supermarket to buy your groceries. Look, Mom, I'll do what you say, okay? I just need you to give me a little time. I'm tired and I don't have the energy for this. If you don't stop with all these ridiculous demands, with all the nagging, with the constant complaints, and with the never, ever stopping to think about my feelings, I'll stop you from seeing Beth and Mary. Right, I see. Fine. I won't say anything for the rest of the week. But starting next month, I need you to start thinking seriously about everything we've been discussing. I already said I would, didn't I? If you'll excuse me, I have to put Mary to sleep now. See you first thing tomorrow morning. Grandma? Can I ask you a favor? Huh? Beth, what is it, sweetie? It's not like you to message me at this time. I know. Wait a sec. It's a weekday today. Shouldn't you be at school? Why are you messaging me at this time? Is everything okay? Yep, I'm fine. I'm taking the day off school today. Why is that, sweetie? Are you sick? Are you okay? No, I'm not sick. I'm fine, really. Then why are you taking the day off school? Did something happen? Nope, I messaged because I wanted to ask a favor. Grandma, can I have $10? $10? Why? What's wrong, sweetie? I need to buy milk for my little sister. We ran out already. What about your mother? Where is she? Didn't Trent come back from his work placement yet? Sure he did, but they went out somewhere together. Mom hasn't been home in a long, long time. Huh? She hasn't been home? No, they said they were going on their honeymoon. That's why I'm looking after Mary. You mean they left you on your own? When was this? 5 days ago. Is that why you're not in school? Because you're looking after your little sister? Yes. I haven't been to school ever since they left. That's why I messaged you. She did leave me some money, but I used it all up already. Mary's milk ran out yesterday, and I didn't know what else to do. Oh my, I see. Right, got it. I'll be there in a heartbeat. Hold tight, sweetie. Wait, Grandma, Mom said me and Mary weren't allowed to see you. I'm sorry, but please, could you just leave the $10 on the doorstep and go? I don't want Mom to be mad at me. Beth, listen to me, sweetie. You don't have to suffer through this alone anymore. You need help, and I'm going to help you. And you don't need to worry about your mom getting mad with you. I promise I won't let her do that, okay? But won't they both lose it if they come back and find you here? Don't you worry one bit. Even if they do, I'll protect you no matter what. Me and your grandpa are heading over to the house as we speak. Okay, I'm so sorry to trouble you like this, Grandma. Trouble? Oh, don't be silly, darling. You're not troubling anyone. You and your sister are my precious grandchildren, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for you. I love you more than the world itself, Beth. Grandma, please, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't. Beth. I hate Mom and Trent. I hope they never come back. I hate them. I never want to see them again. Beth, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have realized something was wrong. I should have been there when you needed me, but I wasn't. Me and your grandpa have failed you. No, you didn't. You and Gramps didn't do anything wrong. I know how you always try to help me by getting mad at Mom for all the stuff she does. It's not you, it's her. She's the bad one in all this.
Beth, am I right in thinking you don't want to carry on living with your mother?
Yes.
Say no more. Starting today, you're going to live with me and your grandpa. I'll never let your mom do anything horrible to you ever again. I promise. I'll protect you. We both will, no matter what.
Okay. I'll live with you. I promise I'll always be a good girl, and I'll do my homework, and I'll do chores. I'll even help with looking after my little sister.
Oh, Beth, you're the best granddaughter I could ever hope to have. Don't ever hesitate to tell us if you want anything once you're here. Me and your grandpa are going to spoil you rotten. You won't have to spend your life suppressing your true feelings for a moment longer. Kelly? Where the hell did you and Trent disappear to? Mom? God damn it. Didn't I tell you to keep your interfering nose out of mine and Trent's business? Things are finally going well between me and him since he came back from his work placement. The last thing I need is you messaging me with your bullcrap like this all the time. I am so sick of it. I don't want to hear the endless nitpicking of a miserable, petty old hag like you. Have you still not been home? Huh? What? You forced your 11-year-old daughter to look after her newborn baby sister to go on holiday with Trent. Yeah, that's right, I know. Words can't describe how disappointed I am with you. I know now beyond a shadow of any doubt that you're not fit to be a mother. Huh? Wait a sec. Did Beth rat on me? She didn't rat on anyone. She asked me for help. They're the same thing. That sniveling brat. That kid is the worst. The worst? No, Kelly. You are the worst. On what planet is it acceptable to force an 11-year-old to look after a newborn baby? Beth's still a child herself. Give me a break, Mom. She'll be moving up to middle school next year, you know. Having her look after her little sister for a little while me and Trent relax and decompress is hardly a big ask. Jeez, why do you always have to make such a big deal out of everything? You make it sound like I killed someone. Why you gotta have this stick up your ass all the time? Take a chill pill already. She's been on her own for nearly a week, but you only left her $20. She's been voluntarily starving herself just so she can afford to buy milk for Mary. I shudder to think what might have happened to them if she didn't reach out to me. Did you even stop to think about the consequences of this before you two waltzed off on a honeymoon? Well, nothing did happen, did it? They're fine, so quit whining. We were planning on coming back tomorrow anyway. Is that really all you can say? You disgust me beyond words. You're not fit to be a mother. Why would you think I care what you think of me? You can say whatever you like. But I'm not the only one who thinks so. Beth said she never wants to see you again. Wait, what? She said that? No way, you're lying. I am not lying. Beth's always super sweet and kind to me. She wouldn't say anything like that in a million years. She's not super sweet and kind to you. You just think she is because she complies with your absurd, borderline abusive demands because she's scared of what might happen if she doesn't. She was so terrified that she covered for you out of fear of what you might do if you thought she told me about how you'd been treating her. Which is why I thought everything was fine between you this whole time. I thought she was happy. But the truth was she was just enduring it so you wouldn't get mad at her. She hates Trent and she hates you. I'm Beth's mother. You speak like you're the authority on this, but I know her better than anyone. Do you seriously believe that? You know, this would be comical if it wasn't so terrifying. You don't know her at all, you deluded child abuser. Me and her went to Child Protective Services together. She told them about everything you did to her. What? You ratted me out to CPS? What the hell did you tell them? Oh, I don't know, about the reality of her daily life under your care, maybe? Forcing her to do all the housework would be bad enough on its own. But the fact you pretty much made her act like a mother to her newborn baby sister makes it all that much worse. You and Trent never lifted a finger. To make matters worse, the only thing you let her eat was convenience store bread. What's wrong with that? She gets free lunches at school. And do you think that makes it acceptable to force her to survive on 2 slices of bread a day? You have the parenting skills of a sack of potatoes. It boggles my mind that you actually think this is an acceptable way to raise children. Me and your father will be looking after them both from now on. We're cutting off the money we've been sending you every month to help raise the girls, too. We'll also be taking over as the beneficiaries of the child support payments from your ex-husband. Whoa, just hold on a sec. What? You have no right to do any of this. Who do you think you are? Stop it. You can't steal my babies. My kids are important to me. Give them back. If they were that important to you, you wouldn't have disappeared for a week to go on vacation while leaving them to desperately fend for themselves in a constant state of fear and starvation. Beth and Mary are nothing but sources of income for you. That's not true. Okay, how about we give you $1,000 a month? I wonder if that might sway your decision in letting us take custody of the kids? What? You'd give me that much for them? Every month? That's right. We'll raise them ourselves. All you have to do in return is promise you won't ever try to see them. Well, if you put it that way, I suppose I'll consider it. Wow, you are unbelievable. You're happy to abandon your children the moment you think there's money in it for you. Wait a sec, was the offer you just made me a lie? Of course it was. I just wanted to see how you'd react, and surprise, it turns out you're just as selfish and greedy as I thought. I know exactly what you think of your children now. You tricked me! Who the hell do you think you are? Ugh, I hate you, Mom. You try to paint me like some kind of villain, but you just freaking lied to me. Your own daughter. Don't you see any problem with that? As soon as we get back, I'm reporting you to the cops for kidnapping. Do as you please. You'd be the one who'd get arrested. Huh? But I have legal custody of them. They're my children. Just because you're my mom doesn't give you the right to steal my kids. Didn't I just tell you we spoke to Child Protective Services? As usual, you only listen to things you think will benefit you in some way. I'm in touch with the local authorities, and they're already fully aware of the situation. There are several ways this could end depending on how you choose to respond, but me being arrested isn't one of them. The only one who'll be in trouble when you get home is you. In trouble? What's that supposed to mean? All that'll happen is the girls will live with you and Dad at your place. Fine, whatever, have it your way. You're delusional if you think you're getting off the hook that easily. I told them about you lying about being a single mother to fraudulently receive government handouts. I suggest you start preparing yourself for the hell that's about to rain down on you when you get home. It's time you started making up for what you've done. What? Oh my God, what the hell have you done? You're supposed to be my mom. Do you take pleasure in making your own daughter suffer? Not in the slightest. But as your mother, I do have a right to take responsibility. To free my poor grandchildren from the living hell you've been subjecting them to. Me and your father won't be around to help you anymore from now on. No matter how much you struggle, no matter how hard life gets, you won't get anything from us. We are cutting you out of our lives forever. Cutting me out of your lives? Please, just hold on a sec, Mom. You can't just spring this on me out of nowhere. Out of nowhere? If you think this came from out of nowhere, then I think you need to see a shrink. Besides, you planned on keeping us at a distance anyway, didn't you? When Trent came home from his work placement, you got angry about me calling you out on your scheme to defraud the government by pretending to be a single mom, didn't you? You're the one who told Beth she wasn't allowed to see me anymore. Mom, listen. All this stuff about CPS and benefit fraud, did you really tell them what you're saying you did? No way, you wouldn't. You're just using it as a threat to scare me, aren't you? Are you bluffing? You wouldn't really intentionally try to destroy your own daughter's life, would you? I wasn't trying to destroy your life.
All I did was tell the truth.
How am I supposed to live now? I won't be able to get by if the payments stop. I need that money.
That money was only ever supposed to be for the girls. The fact that you were relying on it to make ends meet is concerning. If you're struggling so much, then get a job and work for once in your life. Or at least have Trent pay the bills. You're the one who said he was ready to take work seriously now.
The only reason he agreed to go on the work placement this time around was to pay for our honeymoon. He said he wants to rest up a while now because he's exhausted from working so much. That was the first job he'd had in months. You can't expect him to just jump right back in at the deep end when he's not used to it.
Looks like it's gonna fall on you to keep a roof over your heads then, huh? I have to warn you, though, it won't be easy. You'll have the fraud fine to pay soon, not to mention the potential jail time.
Potential jail time? What? Just wait a second.
No, you have to go back and tell them it's not true or my life's over.
I swear I'll give up on custody of the girls. You can have them.
But I promise I'll never do anything stupid again. But please, I'm begging you to undo this stuff about fines and jail time. It's too little too late, Kelly. You know, I somehow tricked myself into believing that no matter what an idiot you could be, you'd never do anything to hurt your own children. How tragically wrong I was. Beth's been enduring your horrendous treatment for longer than she can even remember. I'll never forgive you for abusing and neglecting my granddaughter.
Abuse, neglect? No way, that's just not true. I let her take baths when she was dirty. I even cooked for her. The portions might have been small sometimes, but I let her eat, and that's the truth.
Wow, well done, sweetie. Do you want a medal? If you think letting your daughter take baths and eat food is what being a mother is about, then you're delusional beyond redemption. Do you have any idea how much you made that poor girl suffer? Even if we say, for the sake of argument, that you kept her body in something resembling a healthy state, what about her emotions? What about how she was feeling, her happiness? She was downright miserable living with you.
Mom, please, I'm sorry, okay? I apologize for everything. I'm really, really sorry. I can't even tell you how sorry I am.
I'll never believe another word that comes out of your mouth. Me, your dad, Beth, Mary, we don't need or want you in our lives anymore. The only thing you care about is yourself and your own happiness, and screw everyone else. Why would we want anything to do with someone as twisted as you? This is the last time you'll ever hear from me. Congrats, sweetie. You got what you always wanted. You won't have to put up with this petty old hag endless nitpicking for a moment longer. See ya. Before long, Kelly was facing criminal charges for benefit fraud and lost custody of the girls. Me and my husband became their new legal guardians, and now they live with us. Things between her and the work-allergic Trent were looking rough at one point when she got arrested. But once she finally started working in a desperate attempt to bring some money in after realizing the gravity of their situation, they reconciled. Last I heard, he's living completely off my daughter's dime. She messaged me in distress one night saying she wanted to break up with him, but I told her there was nothing we could do for her, and that was the end of it. Apparently, Trent has a serious drinking problem and even started getting violent with her lately. I'm so pleased we were able to pull Beth and Mary out of there before either of them got hurt. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about Kelly. I mean, she is still my daughter, but realistically, there's nothing I can do for her. She's the one who chose to be with a guy like Trent, and now she's the one who'll have to pay the price. I'll never forgive her for what she did to my grandchildren. I vowed never to help her again, no matter what, so she has no choice now but to stand on her own 2 feet and fix her problems by herself. I count my blessings every day that I was able to rescue my grandchildren from the hellish situation she was subjecting them to. Bringing up 2 little girls isn't easy at the best of times, let alone for me and my husband as we approach our 60s. But one thing's for sure, we intend to make up for the fact their mom isn't around by showering them with the love and affection they didn't get from her, and then some. Fortunately, some of the neighbors whose kids flew the nest a long time ago offered to help the girls when they heard about our situation, which we gladly obliged. I guess you could kinda say we're raising the girls as a neighborhood now. You often hear about how communities are dying these days, but not around these parts. We often joke with the neighbors about how we prefer 20th century parenting techniques. Beth seemed a little shy and nervous around us at first due to the shock of all the change she went through. But she's finally coming out of her shell now, and I dare say it even developing a mischievous streak. There's no doubt living in constant fear of being shouted at by her mom contributed to her timidness. But with a little patience and a lot of determination, we've made it our mission to give her back what was taken from her. Me and my husband also made some changes of our own. Now we eat more fruit and vegetables than a pair of gorillas, and exercise every single day because we're determined to be as fit and healthy as we possibly can to give our amazing girls the childhood they deserve.
Hey, Clint, what will you be rustling me up for dinner later?
Sorry, babe, it's looking like I'm not gonna make it home on time tonight. I hate to ask you this, but I'd be grateful if you could make something for yourself.
What? You spring this on me now? If I knew you weren't going to cook my dinner, I'd have gone out to grab something with one of my girlfriends. Why couldn't you tell me this earlier?
Well, there, chill. It's cool, okay? I'm only gonna be 2 hours late at most.
Oh, that's all right then. I guess I'll just wait around doing nothing for 2 hours, shall I?
That's not what I'm saying. I just don't think it'd hurt to cook for yourself every now and then. It's not like I stay behind late at work often. I'm the only one who ever cooks these days.
I have a headache today. I'm not in the mood to cook.
Didn't you just say you wanted to go out for food with a friend?
Why do you have to try and find fault with everything I say? The bottom line is I don't feel well today and I ain't cooking. If you're gonna be late, then I'll have to order takeout.
Takeout again? Seriously?
You leave me no choice. Even if I was in a fit state to cook, there are no ingredients in the fridge.
I'm pretty sure there's some meat and vegetables left in there.
Well, those aren't the ingredients for the kinds of meals I cook. I can't make a decent meal with the stuff in there.
You said you'd take care of everything at home when you became a stay-at-home housewife, Nina. What happened to that? You haven't cooked a meal in months now, and you barely even lift a finger when it comes to housework. I'm not asking you to do everything, but I'd really appreciate if you could make just a little more effort to keep things running smoothly at home.
But I did the laundry yesterday.
Yeah, only after I had to practically beg and plead with you for 20 minutes. If I hadn't said anything, it'd all still be piled up there in a basket.
Jeez, Clint, do you have any idea how stressful and demanding it is to be a stay-at-home housewife? I'm busy.
My point is that you're not doing your job as a stay-at-home housewife. What exactly are you busy with? Look, forget it, Nina. I'm tired of this crap. Either start pulling your weight at home or get a part-time job. Ain't no way I'm slaving away at the office 6 days a week to come back to a dirty house to cook for you when you barely even do anything. It takes two to tango and you ain't even trying.
Oh my God, what happened to you, Clint? I feel like you turned into a different person when we got married. You're so bossy and strict now.
Bossy and strict?
Yes, bossy and strict. Do this, do that. It's boring. Change the record already. You were never like this before.
That's because you suddenly stopped doing anything around the house as soon as we got married.
Oh, shut up, Clint. You make it sound like I do nothing at all. Why are you so horrible to me? Who do you think you are talking to me like that? I don't deserve this. I'm trying my best here. If you wanted a wife who did everything around the house, then why didn't you marry someone more homely? It's not fair of you to pile on all these expectations on me. What about what I want? If you're so unhappy, then break up with me and find someone to be your stay-at-home house slave, the housewife. Oopsie, silly me, I misspoke.
Don't be so dramatic, Nina. I don't want to break up with you. I wish we could work as more of a team. I feel like I'm going at everything alone here.
Button that asshat, I'm sick of your preaching. I'm gonna go out for a while.
Huh? What? Where? I thought you had a headache.
I do, but it'll get worse if I stay in this house for a second longer. I need a change of atmosphere. I'm going to eat out.
Fine. Try not to be back too late, okay?
Don't tell me what to do. I have no idea when I'll be back. I'd rather not see you right now.
Why do you have to be like this? I'm not telling you to do everything around the house. I just want you to try a little harder. Like before, you know? Remember when you used to help out with things? That's all I'm asking.
God damn it, Clint. Do you think I'm dumb? I heard you the millionth time ago. Don't message me until I'm home. I don't even want to think about you. I am so sick and tired of your shit, it's unreal. I married you because I thought you were kind. I had no idea you were this much of a domineering control freak. You say I've changed, but if you can't see that you turned into Mr. Hyde as soon as we got married, then I don't even know what to say to you. How about looking in the mirror before getting on your high horse and pointing the finger at me? Ugh, what's the point? Screw it, I'm just gonna come out with it. It's official. Our marriage has failed.
Nina, where are you right now?
What does it matter to you?
I need you to come back to the house as quickly as you can.
Nope, not happening. I'm gonna go eat out with my friend now.
Are you sure they're just your friend?
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not the only guy you're in a relationship with, am I?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I can't believe this. Is constantly being on my back about the housework not enough for you? Now you have to accuse me of cheating as well? You disgust me. Do you get off on this or something?
You know, I've known something was off about you for a while now. You're constantly going out and your spending's out of control.
Is it any wonder when the house is such a stressful place to be? I wouldn't be able to keep going if I didn't have some way to blow off steam.
I saw the transaction history on your credit card. You've been staying at a hotel a few times a month, haven't you?
Don't tell me that's the proof behind your ridiculous allegation. Pathetic. You're clueless. Girls' parties at hotels are in vogue these days.
Since you mention it, no, that's not all. I have photos of you and him.
Huh?
Look, Nina, I get that you're not happy with how things are between us, but I'd rather you spoke to me about it before going off and cheating on me. We could have worked through this if you had just opened up to me about what was bothering you. Now? There's no going back. We're done. It's time we got a divorce. I need you to come home so we can talk about how we're going to do this.
You serious? You actually want to divorce me?
What point would there be in carrying on now? You and me both know we'd be deluding ourselves if we thought we could ever go back to how things used to be. Look, I need to talk to you about the divorce proceedings, okay?
Fine. I'll speak to you. But I want to see this proof of yours actually exists first. We can talk after I'm satisfied with that.
Does that mean you'll come home?
That's what you're ordering me to do, isn't it? I haven't done anything wrong. If I find out you're lying or trying to fake evidence, I'll take you to court and you'll have to pay me compensation for the emotional distress you're causing me. Clint, I'd like a word with you.
Morning, Barbara. This wouldn't happen to be about Nina, would it?
Yes, it would. So you're aware of why I'm messaging you then?
Yep. Nina didn't come home yesterday. So I think I've got a pretty good idea. I'm sorry it came to this.
Why, do you really think this all goes away with an apology?
No, I don't think that. But this was the only way.
The only way? You've got some nerve. My daughter told me you hit her. I hope you don't think you're getting away with this. You two are getting a divorce. And mark my words, you will be taking full responsibility for what you did.
Huh? I hit her? What are you talking about? I'm the one with the bunch of broken bones.
Excuse me?
Wait a sec. I thought you messaged me because you're angry about me divorcing her.
No, you asshole. I'm angry about you domestically abusing and injuring her. What kind of sniveling lowlife coward raises his hand against a woman? You're despicable, you vermin.
Oh my God, what the hell has Nina been telling you?
She told me things haven't been going well between you two lately. She told me that you hurt her yesterday. You lost your temper and punched her square in the face in the middle of an argument, didn't you?
No, that's not true at all. Nina's making it up.
Are you accusing my daughter of lying? You do realize I saw what you did to her when she came to my house in floods of tears yesterday.
If she had any injuries, then she inflicted them on herself to make you believe her.
What the hell did you just say? Good Lord, you're sick.
Barbara, just wait. I understand that you're angry, but please just slow down for a second and listen to me. The argument we had yesterday was because I confronted her with proof of her affair. Yes, voices were raised and things did get very heated. But I never hit her. I never have and I never would.
An affair? My daughter is having an affair?
Yes. She rushed at me all of a sudden in an attempt to snatch the proof out of my hand, probably so she can get rid of them. Of course, in spite of that, I didn't hit her. But she was totally out of control. She grabbed a frying pan off the kitchen side and started swinging it around like a maniac. Eventually, she got me on the floor and was straddling my chest. She started pounding on my closed hands as hard as she could to try and get me to loosen my grip on the SD card with the proof of her affair on it.
No way, with the frying pan?
Yes. She crushed half the bones in my hand into bits and pieces. It's such a mess. The doctors don't even know if I'll ever have normal use of it again. I don't even remember how many breaks and fractures I have.
My daughter, my Nina, did that?
Yes. There's no doubt about it. I have a medical certificate if you don't believe me.
But what about Nina's injury? She had blood pouring from a big cut in her forehead.
After snatching my phone, she tried to destroy the SD card with the frying pan. But she was swinging it around like such a deranged lunatic that she cracked herself in the forehead by accident due to the momentum on the way back up.
What the? Oh, this sounds more like a comedy sketch than real life. I'm struggling to believe you here, Clint.
I understand that. Don't worry, I'll show you the proof.
Fine, I'll reserve judgment until I've seen this proof of yours. It's your word against hers right now. And her forehead is a mess.
All right. Is she with you at your house right now?
Yes, she turned up on the doorstep out of the blue last night. She was exhausted. She's still asleep now.
I'm sorry to have to ask you this, Barbara, but I need you to keep this conversation between us quiet from Nina for the time being.
That's fine by me. She said she blocked your messages anyway. But I couldn't forgive you for raising your hands against her. So I took it upon myself to message you.
I get that. I'm sorry to trouble you like this, but I need you to come and meet me. This isn't the kind of thing I can send through message, so I want you to come and see it in person with your own eyes.
Clint, when are we getting divorced?
The sooner the better, I hope. You cheated on me and pulverized my hand into little pieces with the frying pan when I confronted you about it. I'd have to be insane to want to stay with you a second longer. Any love I had for you was gone.
Pulverized your hand? What the hell are you talking about?
You pounded the crap out of it in a rage with the frying pan yesterday because I couldn't let go of the SD card full of proof of your affair you were so desperate to get your hands on. I had it x-rayed at the hospital. It's broken in over a dozen places.
That's bullshit and you know it, Clint. You messed up your hand when you punched me in the face. I just got a medical certificate from the hospital. I hope you know that you'll be paying me a mountain in compensation for the domestic abuse you subjected me to when we divorce. You really messed up this time.
Compensation? I see. So that's your endgame. Now everything makes sense.
You're not seriously denying that you flew into a rage and punched me in the face when I said I wanted a divorce, are you? What am I saying? Of course you're lying through your teeth. You were always going to deny it.
I flew into a rage? Me? Are you serious? You were so out of control, it's a wonder the house is still in one piece. Were you really so desperate to destroy the proof of your affair that you hospitalized me over it?
Proof of my affair? What affair? I don't know what you're talking about. Stop talking crap and own up to what you did. Is this how desperate you are to protect your precious nice guy image? You are so warped, it's terrifying.
So now you're denying the affair too?
Clint, I think you should see a psychiatrist. You're starting to sound crazy. It looks like you hate me so much you can no longer distinguish between fantasy and reality.
The only one who needs to see a shrink here is you pathological liar.
What? You really are committed to trying to paint me as a liar, huh?
You're really sure of yourself, aren't you? Ask yourself this, Nina. Do you really think I'd keep the only copies of the evidence on a single USB stick?
What's that supposed to mean?
The stuff on that drive was just a copy of the original. I have copies of it on every other device I own. Not to mention the ones I uploaded to my Peeps drive online. Plus, the private investigator who took all those photos in the first place still has everything they gathered on you.
What? You hired a private investigator to follow me?
Of course I did. I hardly had any time to do it myself with my work schedule.
Show me the rest of this so-called proof, then. I know you're probably just trying to scare me into backing down.
Why? Do you want me to show you it so you can break my other hand while trying to wrestle it from me again? Let me make this crystal clear. No matter how many copies you manage to steal or destroy, there will always be more.
Clint, please, why do you have to get so angry over a measly affair? Please, just calm down.
Who wouldn't be angry after what you did? A measly affair. Really?
You have to understand, I was lonely. All you ever did since we got married was pester me to do housework. If ever I didn't do it, even for just a few days, you started bossing me around and making thinly veiled threats. I thought if you really loved me, the housework wouldn't be an issue. Fine, I admit it. Maybe I did start sulking and slacking off on the housework because I was unhappy with how things were between us. Is that really such a crime?
Are you somehow trying to use this as justification for your...
It was just stress relief, that's all. The guy I went to the hotel with, I found him online. He's an escort. I guess you could say it's his job to spend time with lonely, dissatisfied women like me. If you think about it, it wasn't even really an affair. How could it be when there are no feelings involved? Guys do stuff like that all the time. Why is it so wrong when I do it?
Oh, look, more bullshit excuses. I know he wasn't an escort, so you can drop the act already.
Huh?
Why even bother lying? I told you I hired a private investigator. He's not an escort. He works part-time at a local bar. I know all about how you both made fun of me when you were together, too. All I am to you is a weak-willed loser with no backbone whose only value is to give you money.
I never said that.
I have a recording of the conversation. I can't believe you're so brazen you'd have a conversation like that about me right out in the open. You must have been convinced you were untouchable. You really are a moron.
I was just humoring him. He was the one who started it. I didn't mean it. It was just a joke.
We used to split the household duties fairly before we were married. But the moment we tied the knot, you completely changed. It's like you went from the girl of my dreams to the stuff of my worst nightmares overnight. All I ever was to you was an ATM, wasn't I? A convenient tool to be used and manipulated to put food on the table and keep a roof over your head while you lazed around doing nothing. Something tells me that you wouldn't last long even if you did make a go of it with your bartender friend.
No, stop this, please. You've got this all wrong, Clint.
Which part am I wrong about? You tried painting me as the perpetrator of an injury you inflicted upon yourself. Do you have any idea how damaging accusations like that can be for a guy? You even tried extracting compensation out of me based on your lies.
But it's true, you really did hit me. If it's divorce you want, then you have to make things even and give me my compensation. I'll report you to the police. Is that what you want?
Go ahead. I hope they do a thorough investigation. You're the only one who'll get arrested, though.
What?
I installed a camera in the living room before you came over to talk yesterday. You always did have a habit of throwing things at me and getting violent if you didn't get your way. I figured I needed an insurance policy in case you tried to pull any funny business, so I recorded the whole thing from start to finish. It's all on camera. You charging at me in a rage, tackling me to the floor, straddling me, trying to pry the USB drive out of my hand. And finally, pulverizing it with a frying pan. Oh, and not to mention the part where you accidentally hit yourself in the face amidst the chaos of it all.
You're lying.
Oh, no, I'm not, Nina. I just got done showing the footage to your mom. She admitted you were in the wrong and apologized to me.
What? My mom? You showed my mother?
Yes, in fact, we're together right now. She broke down in tears when she saw what happened. She promised to make you take responsibility for what you did, no matter what.
Clint, I'm sorry.
What's the point in apologizing now? Too little, too late.
I was in the wrong, but I can change. I swear I can. I'm ready to turn over a new leaf. I promise to serve you and only you as your dutiful, loyal wife for the rest of my life. Please just give me one more chance.
A chance? Wait a sec. You're not actually trying to change my mind on the divorce, are you? You wouldn't be that crazy, would you?
Come on, Clint. It's not like I did what I did because I hate you or anything.
You broke most of the bones in my hand. I can hardly just forget about it and carry on like nothing happened.
But I won't ever do anything like that again. I swear I won't. I swear on my life.
You can apologize as much as you like. My feelings about you aren't going to change, Nina.
I'm sorry. I took you for granted because of what a nice guy you are. The truth is, I was actually thinking about doing the housework the whole time. It's just you're so nice. I thought you'd let me off even if I didn't. So the less hardworking side of me won out.
Listen, Nina. Sure, I won't deny it. The housework thing bothered me. But you and me went past the point of no return when you charged at me with a frying pan and beat my hand to a pulp. The fact that you tried to pin a self-inflicted injury on me in a bid to destroy my reputation and make me destitute in a court case, it's just the icing on the cake.
But I told you I'll never do anything like that ever again.
Talk is cheap and I don't believe you. You scared me. And it's as simple as that. You betrayed me and launched into a violent attack when I confronted you about it. You're nothing more than a criminal to me now.
A criminal? Oh my God, Clint, don't even say that. I thought you were a nice guy. Listen, I'll be good to you like I was before, I swear. I promise I can change, just trust me on this one. Please just don't abandon me. You're all I have. I married you because it's you I want.
Yes, I know I'm your favorite ATM, Nina. I'm actually disappointed in myself that it took all this time for me to realize you were taking me for a chump. All I could feel for you now is hatred and disdain. I couldn't muster up the urge to treat you with kindness again if I tried with every fiber of my being. My love for you is gone and I want a divorce. If you're so unhappy about it, then break up with me. Those were your words, were they not? Nina insisted that she wouldn't go along with the divorce for as long as she could. But thanks to the intervention of her mom, Barbara, who was absolutely livid with her, I got my divorce and received the compensation I filed for in full 1 week later. I also filed a report with the cops about the frying pan incident, and the next day, she got taken away in the back of a patrol car. The cops didn't pursue charges because it was her first offense and happened within the home. But the incident will remain on her file forever. Apparently, she used the time she spent in police custody to reflect on how she got herself into such a mess. Word of the affair got out to Nina's lover's parents, and when I filed for compensation against him, they completely flipped out, drove over to his place, and stuffed him into the car, kicking and screaming in an absurd spectacle in front of the whole neighborhood. Last I heard, his and Nina's relationship had fallen apart, and he was under house arrest at his folks' place in the countryside. As for Nina, she lives with her aunt who runs a pumpkin farm, working the fields 7 days a week. Almost all of her wages go on paying back the debt she owed her parents since they paid all of the compensation she owed me. A letter from Nina came in the mail the other day. In it, she apologized for everything she'd done and admitted to being an idiot. And you know what? Part of me thinks she actually meant it. In any case, I immediately tossed it in the trash where it belongs and carried on about my day while continuing to not give a solitary heck about her. You hear about marriage failing all the time, but I never thought mine would be over in less than a year. It sure as hell beats the alternative, though. If I had forgiven her for what she did to me and decided to give things another shot, my life would have probably been as good as over. I don't feel anything for her at all anymore. But I do at least hope she changes her ways so that no one else gets hurt as a result of her outrageous behavior. It's been just over half a year since the divorce now, and I'm finally starting to feel like my old self again. Tell you the truth, it was the worst year of my life. And at one point I didn't see any light at the end of the tunnel. But now, thanks to the support of my amazing network of family and friends, things are finally looking up. I'm determined to treat them with the kindness they've showed me, and show my gratitude for them being there to help pull me out of the hole when I needed them the most. Life's full of ups and downs. Sure, I've been through my fair share of downs, but who hasn't? I'll never let that stop me from keeping a positive mindset and moving forward with my life. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, and I know for sure that my best days are still ahead of me. Hey Jenny, I just got done with work. I'm about to head home, don't mind me. I'm just gonna put my feet up and watch the game with an ice cold can of Peeps Light.
Glad to hear it. You must be relieved. I'll start getting your supper ready.
You don't have to do that, but thanks I guess. Is Nia still awake?
Sorry, hun, she went to sleep a little while ago. Let's face it, though, she'll probably get woken up when you get home and start making a racket.
No way. I'll be extra careful to make sure I don't.
Why go out of your way?
I feel bad if I woke my little girl up. Anyway, forget that. Did you go out and get those divorce papers like we discussed earlier?
About that. Are you and I really gonna get a divorce? Please think this through, William. Nina's still in kindergarten. Sure, maybe we said some things we might not have meant when things got heated, but does that really mean we have to divorce?
You and me both know we're not getting a divorce because things got heated. Shall I take that as a no, I didn't get the divorce papers?
Yes. I mean, why would I? I don't want to get a divorce. I know if I did go and get them, you would have had your signature on there before the day was up.
Yeah, of course I would. That's what I said I'd do, ain't it? I thought that you were with me, that this was the only option we have after what happened. What's with all the hesitation all of a sudden?
I wouldn't go as far as saying I was with you.
Look, Jenny, I really don't want to start this up again, but you're the one in the wrong here. You do know that, right?
Of course I do. I know it was wrong of me to cheat, and I'd never try and deny that. But that's no reason for us to get a divorce straight away. I can't help but feel like you're being kind of horrible to me.
You just said it yourself. Nia's still in kindergarten. How can you say I'm being horrible when you're the one who cheated on me despite the fact that we have a little girl? You're right. One of us is horrible, but it sure as hell ain't me.
I know that, and it's not like you don't have a point. But you do know I already cut the guy out of my life, right? We'll never see each other again for as long as we live. Doesn't that show you I regret what I did? Isn't there any way we can still make this work? Won't you find it in your heart to give me another chance?
If you really understood me or cared about what I was saying, even if it was just a little bit, you wouldn't have the nerve to ask me for another chance. The fact that you're even capable of this makes it blindingly obvious how lightly you look on what you did. I could never bring up our daughter with someone like you.
Oh my God, are you really gonna divorce me?
How many times do I have to say it? What will it take for you to get the hint? I have no intention of forgiving or forgetting. And I sure as hell have no intention of giving things with you another try. Nothing you could possibly say to me will ever change that.
Wow, I see. So it really is over between us, huh? Fine, point taken, I accept it. There's nothing I can do to stop you divorcing me. But I won't let you take custody of Nina. She's mine. If you accept that, I'll accept the divorce.
What planet do you think I'm gonna go along with that? It's not happening, plain and simple.
I gave birth to her. Why should I let you take her away from me?
You're delusional. That's the only conclusion I can make if you actually think I'm gonna let the woman who cheated on me raise my daughter. There's absolutely no way I'll ever let that happen. You may as well just give up now.
But Nina's my daughter.
Yes, and she's also my daughter too. Whatever, just forget it. The discussion is pointless. Let's just stop before things end up getting out of hand again, okay?
Stop?
It's your fault things came to this, Jenny. I loved you like no other. You must have loved me at one point too, otherwise you wouldn't have married me.
Of course I love you, but why are you saying all this?
What's the point in fighting and causing a big dramatic shit show? It's pointless. I'd have to be a moron to get dragged into anything like that at this stage.
I mean, I guess I understand how you feel.
The divorce is already a foregone conclusion, and nothing you say will change that. But equally, Nia will always still be our daughter, and nothing will change that either. So why end things with an atmosphere of hostility? You know we'll only end up with a bad taste in our mouths. Not only will it not accomplish anything, but it'd be awful for Nia to have to put up with us at each other's throats. We do have to do this, but that doesn't mean it has to be difficult.
So what, I'm just supposed to keep my mouth shut and accept the divorce even though that's not what I want?
Geez, Jenny, you make me sound like some kind of dictator. It's not that I'm willing to compromise on some things. It's just that my mind's made up on the divorce. I know you'd understand if you tried putting yourself in my shoes for 1 second. Accept it and work with me on this for our daughter's sake.
Compromise? What does that mean? Do you mean you'll let me have custody? Or that you'll rethink the divorce?
I don't know how many times I gotta say this, but that ain't happening. I mean, I'm willing to compromise on stuff like child support and let you have regular meetings with her if you work with me on the divorce.
Wow, you are really dead set on this, aren't you? You're seriously gonna divorce me and try taking my baby?
Chill out, Jenny. You need to calm yourself down before you get worked up again. Remind yourself again what you did to me. This is how anyone will react. In fact, scratch that. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be losing their shit with you right now. I think I'm being reasonable, all things considered.
Fine, I understand.
If you mean it, I'm pleased. I'll head out and grab the divorce papers tomorrow. Let's sign them and get this whole thing over as quickly as possible. Jenny, where are you? I went out to grab the divorce papers. I'm back now, but I can't find you anywhere. Did you take Nia out shopping?
No, I took her back to my parents' place with me.
What? You took her to your parents' place? Now of all times?
Yes, now of all times. Relax, hothead. She's fine with me.
Relax? What the hell do you think you're playing, taking my daughter without permission like this? Bring her back right now.
Get screwed, jerkwad. The moment we got home, you'd be in my face going on and on about the divorce like the broken record that you are. Like hell am I coming home to that?
You can't do this. Wait a sec. Didn't you say you understood before? I thought we reached an agreement. Why would you act like this?
I just meant that I understood where you stood on things. I did not mean that I planned on going along with it.
God, Jenny. Will you just stop being such a petulant child for once in your damn life? You're the one who cheated on me in the first place. Are you forgetting that minor detail? You have no right to try and stop us divorcing after everything you've done, so it's about custody of Nia?
Make no mistake, William. I'm not doing this to stop the divorce. Plus, I don't want to have to give you a big fat compensation payout. I couldn't even begin to be able to afford something like that.
Jesus Christ. Is this really how you think? Just when I thought it wasn't possible to be any more disgusted with you. You never cease to amaze me. Do you have any conception of right and wrong?
Of course I do. That's why I'm willing to go ahead with the divorce, on the condition that I decide what happens with custody of Nina and the compensation. That's all you have to do to get the divorce you're so desperate for.
I told you this yesterday, but I said there were things I was willing to compromise on.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Not custody of my daughter and the compensation you owe me, that's for heckin' sure. That said, I had no intention of asking you to pay me child support.